Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube show thing. Let's talk about a movie. This is way too wide. Crimes of the Black Cat. Let's talk our faces through this thing right here. All right, so, Crimes of the Black Cat. I don't have my teleprompter up. Crimes of the Black Cat, released in March by Cauldron Films. This is a pretty standard issue giallo film from 1972 with its own fair share of bizarre eccentricities to keep things interesting. Like most of its contemporaries in the genre, the plot is pretty mishmash, in this case concerning a fashion house in Copenhagen, something well-tread and jolly. I mean, not the fashion house thing, not the Copenhagen thing, necessarily. Oh, God. Anyway, models are being killed, but in a mysterious twist, the murderer is using a method involving cats, of all things, which leaves the police and our blind amateur sleuth baffled, which, fair enough. It's a real dumb fuck idea, but it's just wild and silly enough to work in giallo, which of course none of us watched for their logic, but rather their absurd theatrics and labyrinthine mysteries, and blood and stuff, I guess. The methodology behind these murders is insanely questionable, and they're luckily matched up with more traditional killings, including a kill in the third act that sits right up there with like Fulci's Lizard in a Woman's Skin, and Fulci's The New York Ripper, and just really a lot of Fulci, I guess, as one of the most sleazy murder sequences I've ever seen. That film, by the way, Lizard in a Woman's Skin, is briefly shown in this film, being scored by our protagonist, who in addition to being blind is also a film composer, which seems like a mismatch, but what do I know? I'm not an Italian. Speaking of which, a bunch of Italian genre regulars show up, including Anthony Stephan, Giacomo Rossi Stewart, and Baron Blood's very own Umberto Rojo, who was also in Cat of Nine Tails. We also get a few other less prolific notables, including Isabelle Marshall, who you'll recognize from Crazy Desires of a Murderer. Lead Anthony Stephan seems to get a lot of flack for his, his stoic performance. But I'm weirdly fond of him in this film. It mostly comes down to his look, which to me comes off as almost ridiculously refined. You got those cheekbones, the lips, the measured way of speaking, the carefully curated costuming. It all works really well, although he, of course, performance-wise, has nothing on like Carl Malden in the similarly plotted Cat of Nine Tails, which is frankly superior in basically every way. Although, I would grant Crimes the honor of perhaps having a few moments that make it slightly more memorable than its Dario Argento counterpart. And hell, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'd rather rewatch Crimes. I admittedly have seen it less now, but I feel like it would be a more enjoyable rewatch than Cat of Nine Tails. But I'll just have to do a review of Cat of Nine Tails to remind myself, I guess, oh no, I gotta watch another Argento movie. Editing by longtime Fulci collaborator Vincenzo Tomasi is appropriately fast-paced and pairs well with Murder Mansion and Manhattan Baby director of photography Guglielmo Mancori cinematography. Guglielmo Mancori.
Guglielmo Marconi.
Thank you. He, of course, is super prolific beyond those titles and also shot a lot of Fabrizio De Angelis' productions in the 60s and 70s, as well as a whole bunch of Umberto Lenzi joints. Here, he doesn't go hog wild visually, but he's never boring and really shines in scenes of drug withdrawal and, well, murder. Set design and art direction as a whole aid him immensely in crafting dynamic compositions from beginning to end. Overall, a very good-looking film, which, hey, segue, this is a 4K restoration of what Cauldron calls archive materials. And it's pretty obvious watching that we're not dealing with a negative here, but it's very well done, certainly the best the film has ever looked. Colors can get a little weird at times, although never oppressively so, while other scenes can look a little too contrasty, highlights a bit too high and blacks a bit too dark. Please don't clip that. However, I think this look works for the subject matter, and minus a handful of barely noticeable defects, it's a damn near perfect, colorful, and dynamic picture. Could be better, sure, but that's nitpicking, everything considered. It's a beautiful film. Extras, let's talk about some extras here, and then after the extras, we'll get into the look, how packaging. One of the great wins here is we get the excellent English dub, which was tough to find for the longest time, but here it is. I'm personally always in favor of the English dubs, if possible, since it's dubbed either way, and here I am, once again, vindicated thanks to a whole bunch of solid performances in the recording booth.
Sorry, Harry, honey, but if you'd rather get it off playing with yourself in the darkroom, that's okay. Go to hell.
Sergio Pastore, un ammirevole indipendente. God damn it. I need to start taking Duolingo classes on fucking Italian.
Margariti.
Is a 17-minute archival piece in Italian that features various interviews, including one with Pastore himself, who of course only did this one giallo film, unfortunately. Remembering Sergio Pastore, also 17 minutes, features Sarah Pastore reminiscing about her father. I really hope I'm saying Pastore right. Pretty sure it's not Pastore. I'm pretty sure it's Pastore. It's been several days since I watched the behind the scenes and the commentary, and I already forgot. I'm so bad at my job. She talks about Sergio's pragmatism, optimism, and his many accomplishments, and his love of opera, which informed her professional career, because she does opera. By the way, if she looks familiar to you after watching the film, her mother is Giovanna Lindsay, wife of Pastore, i.e. her mother. So that's why she looks so much. She looks like her mother. We also get two commentaries, sort of. One by the dynamic duo of Nathaniel Thompson and Troy Howarth, who have seemingly appeared in hundreds of Jolly Blu-ray extras at this point, and the other by Fragments of Fear's Peter Gilmstad and Rachel Nisbet. The first commentary is, as usual, really high quality, so long as you don't have an issue with Howarth, who I love me some Troy Howarth. I really do. Oh my God. Hello, Troy, if you're watching this right now, hey, hit me up in the DMs. But some people seem to have an issue with him, seemingly because he's just so prolific. Oh, fuck, my light went out. Do you need a battery? Mr. Light? Mr. Light, do you need a battery? I can give you a battery, Mr. Light. Here, 1 second, Mr. Light. Let me just give you a battery. Oh, God, you're so bright, Mr. Light. You've betrayed me again. What was I fucking talking about? The second commentary, the point is, the Troy Howarth commentary with Nathaniel Thompson, very informative, really gets into a lot of history and stuff. The other commentary gets more into kind of critiquing the film and delving into meaning and all that artsy bullshit. I don't know why I'm attacking them. But it's not actually a commentary. It's just the podcast that they do. They have their podcast. I listened to their podcast before turning on the commentary because I was doing other stuff and I didn't have time to watch the movie or have it on. So I put on their podcast, and then I go and I press, play the commentary. Because I'm really excited. I'm like, that was a really good podcast episode. Let's listen to the commentary. And it's literally just the episode I just listened to, which I guess saved me time. But that is I think it says that in the thing. I don't know, and I might have even mentioned that when they announced this. I honestly don't remember, but just FYI, it's not two commentaries. It's one commentary plus a podcast presented as a commentary. That being said, all the information is as good as a great commentary, so definitely solid stuff from both parties. Just know that it's not really a commentary. Let's see, the limited edition, which did sell out, its 1800 print run, go Cauldron, also comes with a soundtrack CD of Manuel de Sica's lovely, eerie, and erratic score. It's a very good score. Actually, I'm trying to get Spotify to sync up between my computer and my phone, because I ripped the CD to my computer, and then I was like, hey, Spotify, sync up so that I can listen on while I'm going around the house and stuff, and it wouldn't do it. And I was like, come on, I need my Desica, but I don't have it. So anyway, it's a good CD. It's a good soundtrack. It's good. If you didn't buy the 1,800 copies, then sucks. But inside, you can see we got the CD soundtrack, we got the movie disc. If you got the additional artwork, which is pretty dope AF. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and flip that. As you can see, you got your options. Got your options. There we go. Look at those options. Look at that. And then, of course, inside you get you get the soundtrack listing. Nice little soundtrack listing. And then you get some lobby cards. Look at these lobby cards. Double-sided lobby cards. I love me a good lobby card. Oh, looks just like me. Lobby cards. Look at these lobby cards. These are the same. What the fuck? Oh, I see. They are different. Okay, lobby cards. Yay, lobby cards. Love me a good lobby card. So yeah, that's what the packaging looks like, and of course, it comes in this lovely side-loader slipcase. When I talked about the first two Cauldron Films releases, I mentioned I really like these slipcases. It's very glossy this time around. I don't know if I can get that. Here we go. Wait. Oop. There we go. Look at that gloss. Very glossy. Very glossy. Beautiful cover. This is honestly, these are some of the best, physically some of the best releases I'm getting recently. I mean, look at the back here. Look at that. Wait, let me get that. There we go. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, I got my fingerprints all over it. I would be a bad killer because I don't wear gloves. They don't fit my giant man hands. All right. The killer was wearing snow gloves, Captain. Anyway, fuck, we've gone so fucking off track. Overall, Crimes of the Black Cat is certainly memorable and fun, but it's definitely not top-tier giallo. Most of the tropes you want are here. There's tons of nudity, the amateur sleuth, the little details that tip him off, the black-gloved killer, the sleazy murder sequences, and of course, all that 70s Italian cinematography that you just know when you see it. Also, like, it really riffs off of Mario Bava a lot. There's a lot of Bava in the DNA here. So there's plenty there. Everything's here, dripping with nostalgia and questionable logic, ready for you to take it in and enjoy as yet another in the seemingly never-ending flow of quality. Once again, quality giallo releases. Great job, Cauldron. Now, for their March release, Beyond Terror, which we will review next time. Go watch a movie.